Yes, I know. 4 minutes late. What does every good business person do when they do this? You blame someone else. This is Derek's fault. Folks, welcome to Everything Pro Wrestling. Everything Pro Wrestling is a show by the fans, for the fans. I'm your host, Conrad Cushman, joined tonight by the man in black, the one, the only, the man they call Derek.
Yo, yo, yo.
We are here with a review of AEW Dynamite for September 4th, 2024. I'm interested to hear how everyone felt about this one. This was an all right show, but it flew.
It went by quicker than normal.
Yeah, but tonight it was a big show.
Yes.
Well, so make sure you guys keep it locked with us. Hit that like button. Subscribe to the channel if you are new and you like talking a little AEW Dynamite with us. Come on in. Share the link. It's on Twitter, X, whatever you want to call it these days. Threads, wherever you guys see it. Actually, I don't know if I posted on Threads. I may have to pick up the phone and do that. But we're going to talk about it. We're going to give some preview and predictions going into All Out. With that being said, let's get it.
Everything pro wrestling, they can never be you. Listen to the podcast here for the people. The best show that's here, so listen in. Let the knowledge begin. The opinion and the lesson. Yes, everyday pro wrestling, they can never be you.
Derek over here being inappropriate here during the intro. Quoting movies and such. Appreciate everyone that's in here. Let's give some shout outs real quick for those who are watching live with us. Watching live. Clown says, evening, everyone.
Good evening.
What's good, Clown? Yo, man. Appreciate you. McKinney in the house. What's good? Appreciate you. BJ says, this is arson. Clap, 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 clap. They were on one. Andrew Zarian just tweeted, that's a hot angle. Very inappropriate, Mr. Zarian. Very inappropriate. If you are interested in hearing Andrew talk about, I'm pretty sure it's going to be a segment. I requested it already for him to talk about hair plugs this week. Be sure to be in there.
Tune in.
Tune in, my friend. Let's see here. Deanna said, I got marshmallows. This is very, very inappropriate, Deanna. But welcome. Matt Lopez says, hello, good evening. Hope everyone had a fire Wednesday. B-Boy said, also called it. Well, the house needed remodeling anyways. I hope Prince Nana got that insurance, man.
Yeah.
You know? Pro Wrestling Shoot, Jesse said, no. Man, I called that earlier. Hangman Swerve has to be the greatest rivalry in AEW history. This story slams. It's definitely one of them. Derek just popped his elbow. If you heard that, gross.
Yeah.
Yeah, man. What do you think, Derek? Where does this rank for you for all-time AEW rivalries?
Ooh. I don't know, bro. I think out of all, I actually, you know what? I'm gonna say this is probably the best.
This is the one that has the most thought going into it.
Yes.
Now I'm not gonna front though. They did have a couple that.
I mean, don't get me wrong. I mean, there were a few that were like really up there, but I think I appreciate the veracity that's behind it.
I'm going to allow this. I'm not going to ask you to spell it. I trust that you know this word.
Veracity.
Matt Love said, this is why the cage match will main event All Out. 100%, bro. It has to. I don't want to see no Jack Perry, Bryan Danielson at the end of this show.
No.
Save Danielson for Wrestle Dream.
Yeah.
We're good. I'm all right with that.
Yeah, the cage match has to be it. That has to be it. But do we end the story, though, bro?
You can always come back to it. It doesn't have to end. It's always there. It's like Rock Triple H. Did it ever really end?
Well, true, yeah.
It's always there. It's about time we got them in the cage. Hangman started fire. It was beautiful and glorious, and leaving Swerve crying. Tears, man. Tears. Rob, what's good? Downstairs, man in the station. Appreciate you. Hangman is surely a heat seeker. Here we go. Here we go. AEW Dynamite got the dad jokes tonight. Dad jokes galore. Well, this show was all building up to AEW All Out. Make sure that you guys are going to order it. We here at Everything Pro Wrestling will be watching on Triller TV.
Triller.
So make sure you guys do as well. We gave away a code on Clash of the Podcast, which is live every single Monday at 6:05 Eastern Standard Time. Jocelyn confirmed to me today. She got the code. It's in. She's happy. Ta-da. So,
boom.
Make sure that you guys enjoy this show. I think this is going to be a fun card.
This is definitely going to be really good.
Well worth it, man. I like that they offered a double pack this year. I hope they continue doing that for the rest of the PPVs.
Oh, yeah, they should.
I really like that. So keep up the good work over there at Triller and Triller TV. Appreciate you. Now, let's get into tonight's Dynamite. Oh, look at who else is here. We got to do this one. It's our boy, Jesus De Leon. What's good, Jesus? Conrad hate for Jack Perry is nasty. Jack Perry didn't have to do what he did, too. You know, everything was cool till your boys got mad, then you got mad.
Right.
Couldn't just be cool, huh? Anywho, don't get me started. All right. I've been tired of seeing them punk memes all day. You know?
Never ending.
For real. Why do I need to listen to We Didn't Start the Fire? We didn't start the fire. Come on. Not appropriate, Matt. Not appropriate. Man lost his house. We kicked off the show tonight with Daniel Garcia. Neutrons, no dancing. I liked it. Feels like it's main event Garcia again.
Yes.
No games. This is what you wanted, Derek.
Yes. Like I said, when he showed up at the last pay-per-view, I appreciated the look and feel that he had. This is the Daniel Garcia that I want to see all the time.
I think you will going forward. He came out and he basically said, we're here in Milwaukee. Shout out to Milwaukee. And he said that he is going to challenge MJF. They both got on the microphone, had a good back and forth. This is where he mentioned him getting hair plugs in Turkey. Lots of stuff. Everything about you is fake. You're tan. The makeup to cover up the acne. Garcia kind of went in on him. He cut a good promo, I thought. He ends up hopping the guardrail, beating up some security guards. He finally gets up to MJF, and MJF was drinking wine. He picked up the wine bottle and smashed it across Garcia's head. He begins to bleed, and he sits down next to him. He's wearing a white jacket, but MJF did a pretty good job not getting his jacket dirty this time. Yes. White jacket, I was like, oh, okay, they weren't going for it. But he goes up to him, and he basically says, Danny boy, there's only two places for you to go. And before you go, they always say you're going to see paradise, and I'm going to take you to paradise this Saturday. Gives him a kiss on the forehead. Blood gets onto his lips, and then he, licked the blood. Ew. You sick. He got some pretty nasty chants. We'll keep it PG here. But
hepatitis.
Right? Let me see. Jesus said, we will always fight on this, Conrad. We will continue to fight on this, Jesus. I will be a hater. Matt Lopez says, I seriously love Red Death Daniel Garcia. Yes. If you don't know, that was the gimmick portrayed on the Indies here in Buffalo. Yeah, Red Death Daniel Garcia is he can go.
Yeah.
Pro Wrestler Shoe said, just to clarify, Jack Perry is not a sweet boy. Daniel being more serious is a good thing. I like it. It reminds me of a young Bryan Danielson. As it should. As it should. They're going to have themselves an amazing match at All Out. I think that one could be a sleeper. Backstage, we get the constant conglomeration promo with Mark Briscoe. Just yelling things. Word of the day. Kyle O'Reilly acting a fool. Orange Cassidy's back there. They just went through it. And yeah, he starts barking. It's the classic. We get this every week now. It's the Mark Briscoe promo spot. him barking. He's pretty good at it. Briscoe can get people hype. He's just a energetic, fun-loving dude. So it's good to see him in that role. He's still the Ring of Honor World Champ. I like it. Collision. We find out we're going to have special Continental Challenge matches because there's going to be a 4-way. Whoever wins the opening contest tonight, these guys will all be slotted into matches. So you have Orange Cassidy versus Brian Keith. Who you taking?
Orange Cassidy.
All right. Then we also have Mark Briscoe versus Lance Archer.
Lance.
Really think that he's just a surprise pick? Get him in there?
Yeah.
Okay. I feel like it's going to be Mark. And then Konosuke Takeshita versus the Beast Mortos. I'm rocking with Takeshita.
Yeah.
Gotta. Kazuchika Okada versus Kyle Fletcher here for the Continental Championship. Same rules, Derek. No interference. Not much happening. Kyle Fletcher looks like $1 million. I gotta say this.
You know what, bro? Looking at him in this graphic right here, it looks like he slimmed down just a touch and really cut himself up.
Bulk, he means.
Yes.
Just had to make sure. But yeah, no, he looks phenomenal. I don't disagree with anything you're saying.
Yeah, no. Kyle Fletcher has come a long way. And he's come a long way with me because I didn't know who he was until this year. And I appreciate what he does in the ring because it is mind-blowing at times as to what he can do. If you really give this man the push that he will soon deserve, sky's the limit for him.
I wanted to sing Sky's the Limit as soon as you said that. Let me see here. We got Marcus Priceless. Mark Briscoe's a national treasure. Matthew, Mark Briscoe versus R-Truth. Book it. Oh, Lordy. Kyle Fletcher is a star. Ed on Twitch says, hey, fellas, what's good, Ed?
What up?
Appreciate you. Malik Murray in the house. What's good, bro? Hangman's top 3 heel in AEW. Absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely. They're positioning him. He's better in this role than, like I said, I haven't been excited about Hangman since I want to say like 2022 to where I was invested in it. And that was him becoming the champ. You know what I mean?
That's a long time, bro.
Yeah.
That's a long time.
Yeah, but they got him rolling now.
They do. They do. I still don't like him, but
the hatred needs to stop with you.
Nah.
It just flows through your veins too much.
I'm just saying, bro. He did what he did and got no consequences.
Okada, Kyle Fletcher. We're going to avoid this conversation tonight. If you want to know how we feel, go look at past episodes. These guys have a fantastic match here tonight. Rainmaker was countered every single time by Kyle Fletcher. Fletcher is in, Rick Knox, bro. Might be the worst referee in pro wrestling. Like, I just don't understand it. Rick, and I'm saying that to bust his chops, but Rick Knox here almost has a collision with Kyle Fletcher. Down he goes to say, like, don't hit me.
Right. And
Okada turns around, low blow, Rainmaker, game over. Game over.
Yeah.
Okada gets the win just as we expected. Kazuchika Okada is fantastic with this championship and as a heel. I think the heel work is something different for the AEW fans who have been watching him for years.
Like, absolutely.
It's really good for him. Proud of what he did here. Well done. Kyle Fletcher is a star. Can we please do something with Kyle Fletcher? I don't know what. I don't know how. I don't know if it's the tag titles. Whatever you have planned, Tony, get this guy in some of these plans. Same with Takeshita. I don't care if you have to move people to Ring of Honor than to make them stars. Yeah. Move them over and let them do some stuff. Malik Murray says, Kyle Fletcher reminds me of Ospreay without all the flippy stuff. Yeah, Kyle Fletcher's a great wrestler. There was a reason why they were in the same group, United Empire and New Japan. I feel like they're going to make a storyline downfall of Swerve. Nah. I don't see that yet. They just paid Swerve a lot of money. He ain't going on no downfall for too long.
No.
Rick Knox needs to get a super kick for sure. Kyle Fletcher, next TNT champion. I'll take it.
Mm-hmm.
I love this version of Okada. Might be better heel than babyface. Ooh, hot take. T-Ferg, what up, fellas? Fletcher looks like a younger Will Ospreay and Kip Kip Sabian.
I can't stand Kip.
Looks like a younger Omega. They should form a tag team. Can't wait for Okada Takeshita. Yeah, I think that the storyline here, I've said it months ago, say it again. Ospreay leaving the Don Callis family and owing them a favor later is going to be the downfall of Kyle Fletcher. Fletcher is losing these matches for a reason.
Yes.
Because it's not going to hurt him in the end because he's hanging around Don Callis and listening to the wrong people. That's the key. Fully transparent commentary. First, God bless Brother Conrad and my guy Derek. What up, Hubs?
My guy Hubs.
Gabe in the house. Hey, I'm late, but let's go. Gabe, appreciate you being here. Appreciate you guys. And like I said, me and Hubs Clash the Podcast Monday live at 6:05.
6:05
on the mother station. The super station. The mothership.
The mothership.
If you will.
If you will.
Ad-libs. Jamie Hayter's back. She faced off against Robyn Renegade tonight. Listen, I'm not going to make a big deal about this match.
No.
Haterade, game over. Jamie Hayter is focused on her story with Saraya.
Yeah.
That's what they're showing. Saraya's been watching the matches. I feel like this is a big-time Dynamite match that you guys could use. I'm just glad Jamie Hayter's back.
Yeah, back and healthy. I'm feeling the new hairstyle. I like it.
I kind of want to see them do something with the Renegade twins. I would like to see them with Mercedes Moné.
You know what? I like Robyn Renegade. I don't know why. I can't put my finger on her just yet, but there's something about her that I like. I think maybe the charisma that she has, and just like don't boo me, boo yourselves. Like I like it.
They got a little spunk, a little attitude.
Yeah. And then my girl Jamie Hayter. Looking at this hairstyle, she reminds me of Jean Grey.
I'll let you rock. Matt says, so happy Jamie Hayter's back. Renegade twins should be paired with Mercedes. I think it would be a great idea. Give her some heaters to take the pinfalls and not Camille. I didn't see anything racial, just pure hate for each other. Oh, this is in regards to Sean's comment. I need everyone to take note tonight at what we saw with Swerve and Page. That's what Booker T and Triple H should have been 20 years ago. Tonight was not racial. Yeah. No lies detected there, sir. Like I said, one of the best feuds that AEW's got going. Long term.
We should do a review on like top feuds.
We could.
I think that would be fire.
We could.
Like we break down. Well, we won't say. We'll go top 10 feuds, and what we like best about them, and if we could restructure them if we needed to, how would we do it?
We restructure them. The top 10.
I mean, you can still restructure it and still make it top 10.
We'll see. Yeah. Oh, yeah. No, there's one I'll definitely restructure. Yeah, we're gonna fix it. Fix the errors. We get a lot of promos here tonight. Roderick Strong's backstage with Christopher Daniels, showing the footage of last week. His foot was underneath the rope, y'all. Right. I told you this. Hook agrees to give him a match tonight, and Roderick Strong says no, he's going to call his shot when he's ready for it.
Yes.
When that is,
we don't know.
We'll wait and see. Moxley's back with Marina Shafir.
Wait, before we get to that, can I just say, can we get rid of this belt, please, bro? Like, this belt means nothing. I'm so tired of seeing it.
It means something to Hook. So I understand that part, but I'd like to see I'd like to see more of it.
I just want to retire it. Like, just put it on the mantle and call it a day. It's had its run for so long with Taz. Now you got your run with it. Let's move on from it. You need a new title that actually means something.
Yeah, I'd like to see Hook move on past the FTW championship. I'd like to see it retired and give him some type of other storyline other than you're challenging for the FTW championship and he carries it around.
It should have retired. They should have retired it at the pay-per-view.
Yeah.
Once he got it back, that should have been it.
Right. John G, King of R&B, what's good?
John G.
Craze in the house, what's good?
Crazy.
Let's jump into this Moxley real quick. Moxley and Marina, they're backstage beating people up, kicking ass like they're supposed to do.
Mm-hmm.
They run into the Elite, and Moxley goes up to Jack Perry and says, I don't care what they say about you. You're a sweet kid.
Sweet kid, my ass.
Listen, don't poke the bear. And then when the bear says something back, I'm sick of all this drama. All right, be careful.
Right.
Y'all don't let it go either. But whatever. I don't understand it. These little pot shots and words back and forth. Moxley and Marina come out, and he's still calling out Darby Allin. I don't know where they're going with this.
I don't need another. I mean, as great as the first one was, and I'm sure as great as the second one could be if it happens, but I don't need to see another death of Darby, bro. Like, dude.
I think Darby's going to beat him this time.
Think so?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Why not?
Oh, well, good point.
It won't hurt.
No.
I
don't know. I just feel like Mox has been gone for so long. I don't want to see him lose that, now that he's back. Unless if he DQ or something.
Nah.
I don't want to see a pin or
But Mox is gonna need some dubs too. I don't know what they're gonna do here.
Yeah, that one's tough. I would like to see him come back and win a match or get screwed somehow, but it doesn't affect him. So I don't know.
Ace, what's good? He said, "What up, my brothers?" Chat. Dynamite was good. Jamie Hayter is back to take care of unfinished business. Speaking of the Learning Tree, here we are. Chris Jericho gets an interview. You know something? Learning Tree was not on the show tonight. They had an interview segment, Malik. But while they were there, they went through, and Chris Jericho still yelling about some $7,000 jacket from 2020 that Orange messed up. But Brian Keith is going to take care of him, as I mentioned before, in that collision match. Orange walks by and says, "Tell Jericho if you beat me, I'll give him the $7,000 back."
What? That's disrespectful.
He's right here. He treated him like he was The Rock talking about Al Snow.
Right.
Al. Man. Hot take, Roderick Strong, future AEW World Champion. I don't see that. I can see Ring of Honor. I don't know about AEW. Mox is 100% building a new stable, but what's the mission of this possible new group? Interesting.
Pure anarchy.
Or are they with the Elite? Why'd they go up to them?
That's true.
Terrell, what's good? Hangman crossed boundaries.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Hook should be in the international TNT title picture.
It should be. Agreed.
Darby got to win, Derek. Remember, he got a what is this? Number one contender match for the AEW title. That is true at Grand Slam coming up.
Okay. Touche. Yeah, that's true. AEW Women's Championship match. We had Mariah May defending her championship against Nyla Rose. It was Beauty versus the Native Beast. I see what you did there, AEW. I see what you did there. Right.
Listen, this is a fine match. We all know when you first win the women's championship, you're going to defend against Nyla Rose.
Right.
Nyla Rose is going to do her thing. This was a fine match, and it was hard hitting. I was okay with this. Mariah May gets the win, uses the Storm Zero pile driver again, still playing that up.
Right.
Toni Storm would look like she was in Australia to promote the Grand Slam show for February. Yep. So good on them. We love it. We like to see it.
You know what? I feel like because Nyla Rose was what, our first women's AEW champion?
No, Riho,
yeah. But Nyla had a good stretch with it.
She was number 2, yeah.
So I feel like, and I hate to say it like this because I don't mean it in that way, but I feel like Nyla Rose is not a stepping stone, but she's like the measuring stick to say, hey,
gatekeeper.
Yeah, she's good to have this title. You know what I mean? Like, she's good enough to have this title. Roll with it. If I feel like she's not, I will let you know.
Maybe that's the role they use for. I would just like to see Nyla in more prominent matches on TV leading up to it, though. I know, like, you can often see Nyla on Rampage, Collision, I sometimes Ring of Honor even, but I want to see more Nyla Rose on Dynamite before we get to these matches. I know once in a while they'll put her in like a squash match and do that, but feature her a little bit more here.
Well, my other question is she not up there in age, but up there as in like physical age? You know what I mean? Like maybe her body is taking a toll on her, and they're just kind of scaling her back for small things, and then they'll keep her for something bigger. And I guess this would be it, where it's like, okay, is she worthy enough to have this title? And then she's just like, yeah, she's good. I've gone through the motions with her. Yeah, I think she deserves to have this title.
Yeah. Hub's coming in back on Moxley. He said Mox is not bringing in Shane. Mox will align with the Elite. Him wanting to speak with Darby is a setup. Could be. My guy Derek, don't be afraid to say it, bro. You're 100% right. Nyla is no longer a championship contender. She has become an enhancement talent. No disrespect, just truth. Tonight, another example. I guess I can see what you're saying there, but I still think you could do more with Nyla, is what I'm saying. Build her up more before you get to this spot.
You know what?
We're nitpicking, honestly, at this point.
I mean, I would like to see more of Nyla, because she did have a great run.
It was short.
But
her and Riho's title reigns were short. I felt
they were, but for the amount of time that they had, to me, in my mind, they were great.
Yeah, the first real long reign was like Sheeta and Britt Baker and them.
Yeah.
Let's go back into the promos. We got a promo with Deonna Purrazzo. She's going to be taking on Hikaru Shida. I like that she was upset that she lost that bull rope match.
I like this promo. This promo is really good.
I love that it was like artsy.
Yes.
Like she's around candles and wine and I don't know, cheese probably.
I'm not done yet.
Yeah. So giving her that match with Shida, perfectly fine. I keep using Deonna Purrazzo. I really think there's something there.
You know what? If you do it correctly, like that's you have gold in some of these wrestlers. Yeah, some of these talents that you have, and sometimes you just have to unlock what you don't see. Sometimes you got to play that mystery card where it's like, all right, well, I don't know what this is, but we're gonna roll the dice on it. Let's roll the dice on it and see what we get. And I think you can get pretty. I think you get pretty far with Deonna Purrazzo.
Yeah. Matt Lopez says TK just announced the steel cage match is now unsanctioned, so whoever wins won't count in the record books. By the way, on the AEW roster page, all of the stats are gone. They got rid of the win-loss records. I think the rankings are officially gone. So, not mad at it. Yo, shout out to D Money. Appreciate you, fam.
D Money.
If you guys like hip-hop battles, check out his channel. Much love. T Ferg says, I want to see Thunder Rosa back in the title picture. Absolutely. She could be Mariah May's next rival. I would be down with that, T Ferg.
Oh, yeah.
You could even get into triple threat territory if Deonna Purrazzo fits back into it. But Deonna could be challenging on like the Ring of Honor pay-per-view if Athena needs a challenger.
Right. You know what?
I believe she's a former Ring of Honor champion, Deonna Purrazzo. I think she won it for a little bit there and then dropped it, didn't she? She before she came to AEW, she was in AEW.
You know what? I think you could turn Deonna Purrazzo into like a menace, but like a stick with the tone that she has of being like an artist. Make it like it's
a Batman villain.
Yeah, make it like an artistic. What do I want to say? What's the word I'm looking for? Artistic collage, I want to say, maybe. That's not what I'm really looking for, but I'm going to use that for right now.
Yeah, but like I said, there's multiple artsy things she could do. She'd be painting a picture one week.
Yeah.
Like I said, eating cheese, having wine.
An artistic massacre.
Yeah, maybe she could have, they already have a butler with them. Maybe she could have someone who's like an artist with her. I don't know. I'm just thinking, spitballing ideas. So unsanctioned steel cage match will technically be the main event. Nyla is AEW's Natalia. I'll take that as a compliment.
Yeah.
I like Natty. Nyla moving forward is the type of performer who will be in a number one contender tournament, win the first round, lose in the semifinals. That's the kind of level she's on in 2024. 2019, different story. Different roster too. Derek, are you going to Collision this Friday night? Collision.
Is Collision here?
Heck no. Derek going to Chicago.
Chicago.
Oh, he meant watch. Are you going to watch Collision?
I'll watch Collision this Friday.
Rob says she is the virtuosa. Hashtag spaghetti. That's right. Let it go down. Not crazy, not wrestling wise, just push talent and give them credibility. Yeah. Deanna is a really good wrestler. Number one contender, would be a great world champ. That shows you how good the division is right now, that they're like fighting for the TV time.
Right.
D Money says, do you feel Ricochet should have been in the Daniel Garcia spot, saving Ospreay, playing off the respect for each other? No. I think that Ricochet's in a fine spot where he is. I think Ricochet's going to have to earn his way onto the shows and get to the spot. I think he wants to. Because last week, if you paid attention to his match, he didn't do any 450s or anything. I think he did that on purpose. Yeah. He still showed I can move, but he wrestled instead. Like, nah, I didn't do any flippy stuff, so what are you going to complain about now?
Right.
What's the issue now? So I think he's on his and one more thing. Should Wardlow go back to MJF? I think Wardlow might want to consider piecing out. I think he needs a change of scenery.
Yeah.
Him going to WWE, once again, wouldn't be mad at it. Just saying. Hub says Peraza better be careful before she becomes a stepping stone. Also, she's not one yet, but I'm seeing her trend in that direction. AEW needs to step it up for her. She got to step it up for herself. Like I said, there's a lot of competition, man. They ain't giving stuff out for free either. Whoever's drawn is going to be on top. Yes. In an unsanctioned lights out steel cage match will be even more insane. AEW needs Gail to help the women's division. Terrell, what are you talking about? The women's division is, I'm going to say it. TNA, I used to love the Knockouts women's division. Right now, they're in trouble. And trouble's coming real quick in January. Remember who said it first? Big Daddy Kush. Jordan Gray's gone. It's over. It's over. She's going to WWE. It's a wrap, Rizzy. Peep the game. OnlyFans page gone. They ain't going for that.
Nope.
It's a wrap. So get ready. I don't know if it's going to be WrestleMania season. I don't know if it's going to be the night after WrestleMania. Jordan Grace is either going to be on NXT or in the Royal Rumble or something.
Yeah.
Mark my words. Just pay attention.
It's happening.
Mm-hmm.
It's happening.
They need to work on the tag division. That I will agree with Malik Murray.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. But the issue with the tag division is putting on more compelling matches, because the matches aren't the problem. No. It's making people believe in the tag division again is what the issue is. And they better put on Tasha Steelz. Y'all want to keep adding people. I just heard someone say push Deanna. You can't push 8 people at once.
Got to pick and choose.
Yeah.
Pick and choose your battles.
Right? Breaking news here in NYC, New Jersey is making preparations to buy the Philadelphia 76ers. What? I don't know. NXT, chill. Not wrong, though. Wardlow and NXT or TNA would be a fresh start for him. He's definitely going to NXT. Definitely. Let's see here. What else do we got? Mercedes Moné promo. Christopher Daniels appears on screen with Hikaru Shida, who lets Camille know she is banned from ringside for their match for the TBS Championship because she's become a nuisance. Fair. And by the way, has anyone peeped? I said this last week. They keep showing the Collision match from New Japan Collision and not her match with Britt Baker. Mercedes isn't the issue. I'm just going to say that. Check out that new All Out poster, by the way. The ones I have, these are old. Someone's missing off of it. In Listerine green, we'll just say. someone's missing off of it. So peep game, man. That's all I'm gonna say. Peep game.
Yeah.
Mercedes. I don't think Mercedes is the problem for some of it.
No.
All I'm gonna say. I know it takes two to tango in a match. I get it, but something fell off.
Well, who's the contributor first?
Right.
Who leads the dance?
Hold on here. Malik Murray said, "Is Daniels the GM of AEW?" GM, no, but he talks for Tony Khan because Tony Khan ain't gonna keep running out there.
No,
they need to figure out what they're doing. Man, do not give Ash that Knockouts championship. You ain't got many more. Giselle Shaw's gone. Kyron Derek, I can't disagree with y'all more. We see Perazo and others who are top tier talent. You say get yourself over, but AEW needs to give the opportunity. Wait a minute. No, timeout. I'm going to disagree with you. They gave Thunder Rosa and Deonna Purrazzo how many matches against each other? They gave them an entire feud and story on Collision. The feud and story was good. I've been on here talking about it every single week. So what more does AEW need to give her?
Yeah, no.
You can't push Thunder Rosa, Deonna Purrazzo, Mercedes Moné. Listen, you're gonna get 2 to 3 matches at most right now for that division.
Yeah.
You cannot have 8 people trying to get pushed. This is why people, when they're like, Athena shouldn't be in Ring of Honor anymore, call Athena up, but then you're gonna have to move some people down there then to help solidify that division.
Yeah.
So
and
you got,
who are you gonna move?
You got all these brands, spread it out.
Yeah. Who are you gonna move?
Yeah.
It's gonna be tough to move somebody down like that because you have too many that are up.
Let me see here. Need to push more people so they are not forgotten. Only so much TV time. That's the best thing I could give for it. What is this? Mercedes Moné is a top female talent in the entire world. Her gimmick has been a disappointment, however. You can't have them camp out on Collision. Wait again. No. I have a big issue when people say this. Rampage and Collision suck, right? I see this all the time. But then when they put a good match on the show, why are they wasting that match on this show?
Right.
What do you want? What do you want? I'm sick of it. Like, no, it's a serious question. Like, what do you want? I don't get it.
No, I get it.
MJF's too good to appear on this show. Huh? What? You should do a brand split. Why? So we won't care about it in 2 months? So people will be going back and forth on the shows? It don't make sense, man.
Not worth it. Not worth it at this point.
I'm not saying that, Hubs. You're saying you can't have them camp out on Collision. Why is Collision a camp spot and expect them to shine? You're basically saying something bad about Collision reading it.
Right.
Mercedes Moné doesn't need anyone's help to beat Sheeta. We'll see, Ace. We'll see. Let me see. I didn't say Rampage or Collision sucks. Like I said, it was implied, I felt, in what I read, right? Wait a minute. But we all know those are the B and C shows. Where's the lie? I get that Tony could make them better, but he is also giving you exclusive content on those shows. That feud was done to prove yourself. You are in Thunder Rosa's hometown.
Right.
We are going to put Thunder Rosa over. Like, that was during them being down at the esports arena. That was smart. You're in Texas. They got the Von Erichs to come down there as well. They had a plan. I like it. It wasn't like it was just malice and they were just doing stuff to do it, though. Right. They gave her an opportunity, and now look, she got a featured promo on Dynamite. That's a good thing.
That's an excellent thing.
That's all my point has been throughout this. Main event time for the matches, at least. Trios match. Will Ospreay, Kyle O'Reilly, Orange Cassidy versus Pac, Yuta, Claudio, Castagnoli, the current Trios champions. Yeah, this was fire. We got a glimpse of what Will, Ospreay, and Pac are going to do. It was something light, but it was something good, I thought.
Oh yeah. Just to see the chemistry with them. You can't go wrong with that. I like it. Actually, I love it. When we get the full match encompassed in that, God, that's going to be money. That is going to be money to the fullest.
Yeah, they're going to definitely deliver. Claudio's been fantastic lately in the matches. Like, he's just been hitting his spots, and I think Yuta's been great as well, just playing his role perfectly. Kyle O'Reilly's been putting on good. Orange, he busted out those kicks tonight. We haven't seen those in a while, the little like light kicks, but then he started kicking. He did a little too much, I thought, on one of them. I was like, all right, Orange, take it easy, brother.
Yeah.
Take it easy.
All right, bro. Hold on. Slow down.
Orange hit a beach break on Claudio. Claudio was able to get out. Dude, so Pac and Ospreay, like, they go up the ramp and they're battling each other. They go all the way up. They lead to the back. Ospreay's in the ring, or not Ospreay, excuse me. Claudio's in the ring with Kyle O'Reilly. They swing Kyle around mad times, drop kick to Kyle, and he got pinned, and it was it. Yeah. Like, dope. Not a complaint, man.
None whatsoever. Although it's not my favorite match.
What, on this show?
In general.
What, trios?
Yes.
You hating, bro.
I'm just saying.
You hating. I can see people saying that they love that match or the opener, though, with Okada and Fletcher. I would not discredit either of those.
I'll take Kyle and Fletcher.
Okada?
Yeah.
Best match on the card. Yeah, this one was just, like I said, it was meant to give you a little preview of what you're going to get with those two, and it was great. After that match, here comes the Elite. They're ready to attack. They jumped them 4-on-3. Like I said, Ospreay's gone. Pac is gone. But they jumped the BCC when Danielson comes out to celebrate with them. Jack Perry has a match with them. The Elite are just jerks. They said that Jack Perry's bringing the title home. And Okada was out there because why not?
Right.
So they're jumping them. It's a 4-on-3 attack. They get them out the ring. They skedaddle right up the ramp, and they chant, "You effed up. This is a family show."
Right.
And Claudio makes a challenge for the tag titles. Me and Yuta don't have anything to do at All Out. It looks like you guys have the tag titles. Why don't you put them on the line?
Let's get busy.
Tony put it up there. I like it. I told you, Derek, for a while, I want to see them in more tag matches because I see chemistry with Yuta and Claudio.
Yeah, absolutely. And I feel like
that's what will rejuvenate the tag division.
Yes,
matches like that.
Yeah, starting off with something like that. Yes, and this is I think this is a great opportunity because you stick the belts on these two. They can run the gauntlet for a good amount of time. They're in that position to do so, and I don't think it's bad. For no pun intended, but I don't think it's bad for business if you let them run the gauntlet like that.
Yeah, you could definitely go through it. Hold on here. We're getting comments galore here before we let's wrap this up and then we'll go back to the comments. Y'all better get ready to start putting your ratings in there for Dynamite, and then we'll go through predictions. So after that, we get to what was this? They go backstage. Pat gave a brain buster to Ospreay. I don't know if he landed on a pipe or what. Sounded nasty. Looks like they're going to go with he might be hurt going into his matchup a little bit. Might be a little banged up.
Yep.
Pac doesn't care because he's Pac. And he walks away. They signed an all-star 8-man tag match for Collision with BCC and Pac versus the Elite.
That's too much.
Stop hating.
That's too much, bro.
I better hear the same hatred for War Games and all that.
But War Games is different.
No, that's bull. That's bull. It's an 8-man tag in a cage. Cut it out. Oh, they count down to it. Ooh. Stop hating, man.
Nah,
they can be fun. It's got to be the right people.
Nah, bro. War Games is different. War Games is different. There is no tag team match in that.
It's 8 people in the ring just doing whatever. 10 people in the ring going crazy.
But that's what I'm saying, bro. That's what that's for.
Fire this man, somebody. Fire this man. He is bugging. Contract signing. Swerve, Hangman. Now, Swerve comes out first. Tony Schiavone introduces them. Earlier today, we saw Swerve bought his childhood home. Prince Nana was there. He secured the deal. And at first, I thought it was something real nice and sweet. I was like, heartwarming.
Right.
And then the pro wrestling angle side started to take over in people's brains. And they were like, yeah, they gonna do something to that house.
Right.
Hangman Page lit it on fire.
Fire.
He said, why does he need to be there for the match? You know I'm taking already because the match was made. I'll sign the contract. This is going to be a bloodbath in Chicago, folks.
Yes. This would be the point if you have Swerve win. Swerve has to beat Hangman to a pulp. I'll keep it clean. He needs to beat him to a pulp and just make it unrecognizable.
I think this is going to be just a good match. I don't know what they're going to do. I don't know how they're going to do it, but it's going to be crazy.
I think there's going to be a lot of BLWOD. Buckets more than likely. Hopefully no one's drinking it this time. But I'm looking forward to the match. Like I said, that match should main event. I'm standing on that. It should. There's no reason why it shouldn't be. It needs to be. It has to be. It is inevitable that this match is going to be main event. You have to have it that way.
Right. Let's go through the comments here. I'm going back up to Hubs. We all know those are the B and C shows. Where's the lie? I'm not saying there's a lie, but what I'm saying is opportunities are being given. If you're going to say like the B show is bad, then what? I don't know. You're pooping on your own opportunity then. Like, right, yeah. That's where you're being given a chance right now. Do something. Carry the show. Make it the must-see feud on the show. Like, you need to watch Collision because so-and-so and so-and-so are about to go at it.
Right.
I'm asking you, where's the lie? Collision or Rampage being built as the A show? It's not the A show right now. And I hope with the new television deal that they reconsider and try to make Collision. I want threads with the storylines. Yes. That's the issue with Collision. You have to thread some of these stories in. So to me, I'm trying to focus on something. You got MJF storyline on here, right? You got the Mox thing happening as well. Danielson and them. Why couldn't Ospreay and Pac story be happening on Collision this week, and then maybe the tag title stuff happening on Collision this week? That's what I'm saying. Thread the stories and make something happen with them. Rampage is gone in my mind. Rampage is what Ring of Honor is going to become, and they might get an additional hour for it. That's what I would do. All my shows are 2 hours, and I need a second hour for Rampage so that I could make this Ring of Honor, or it's going to be AEW presents Ring of Honor. And that's what you do with that.
Right.
And that could be a show, like I said, different booking. This is what we're going to do.
Right.
Maybe they need to find a setup site for it, but that's what I was saying. Like Raw equals Dynamite, SmackDown equals Collision, NXT Rampage. Listen, Dynamite and NXT are running neck and neck. I'm not even going to compare them like that. But you're not wrong. And he said Rampage used to be something. It was.
Oh yeah, Rampage was
for like 2 weeks.
Yeah, when Rampage started, oh man.
Yeah, Rampage is all right. The issue is that you got to put good stuff on there, and I felt like they started holding back because at the tapings people are too tired. So once people are getting tired, they're not going to want to do that. That's the issue with that show, in my opinion.
Oh yeah, you can restructure it where people won't feel that way. And make it a great show. So let's brainstorm and figure out what we need to do to make this an elite show. No pun intended.
What up, Tokyo? Everyone gets somewhat of TV time. That should make the most of it. Awesome trios match. I'm with you. T-Ferks, I forgot how good Kyle is in the ring. Adam Cole's injuries ruined so many storyline. Hope he comes back soon. I agree. Miss Cole. AEW needs to buy the Undisputed Era from WWE. That music is a star maker. They ain't giving that up, Hubs.
No.
They're going to keep that music in case they come back. Derek is still the undisputed heavyweight Hayter champion. Hangman drinking whiskey while Swerve's house is burning. Yeah, Hangman was wild for that. TK in front of the live crowd said cage match will be lights out, unsanctioned cage match. Just watch Hangman Swerve segment WTF. AEW presents ROH Rampage. Could be that too, if they wanted to structure it that way.
Yeah.
I feel AEW should get rid of Rampage and ROH for me. Are you saying get rid of ROH? They need ROH. ROH is where people are going to be able to do their thing.
Right.
All right, let's get into All Out. All Out's going to be happening Saturday, September 7th. I think we're going to go live after this, so we should be able to. I hope so. We'll have the full card. We're going to run down the matches that we do have. I'm going to start with this bad graphic because I got it from Dynamite. Winner of this match. So we know Okada won. Winners of the Continental Contenders Challenge. So we said, I'm pretty sure we all got this right?
Yeah.
Orange is winning. So we're going to put Orange in there. I think Briscoe's going to win. I think we're going to get Takeshita in there.
Oh, yeah.
I don't believe you said Archer as a surprise, but I don't see that.
You don't think so?
Nah. I think they're over him. He would have been on pay-per-views more often.
Oh, true. And he's wrestling the indie scenes now too, right?
Yeah, he's everywhere. He's doing a little bit of this, a little bit of that.
A little nomad.
Yeah.
Nomadic travel.
So what do we think here? Is Okada retaining this title?
Yeah, I'm gonna say he's retaining. Just because I don't think it's the right. I don't think it's the right person that's in there to take it off of him. I think someone else has to take it off, and it'll be so much better when that person does it versus someone else who like, okay, he won, but doesn't have that. It doesn't have that effect of this means a lot. Like this whole match means a lot.
Yeah, I say you either go with Okada, but if I wanted to pick a surprise pick, I'm going with Takeshita for the win. But
yeah,
I still think Okada's going to keep this title. I don't know why, how, but Takeshita needs a championship soon. Like ROH title, even give Takeshita something. Tokyo says Rampage sucks, Collision's good, ROH is mid. ROH will be better if you establish a roster and separate stories. Maybe you don't like TK booking it. Maybe TK can hand the reins to someone else and be like, hey, you're my backup. Practice with Ring of Honor.
Yeah.
Do that.
Get your time in with Ring of Honor. Come back and let loose.
Hub's bugging. Talk about some smack up. Okada wins, leads to the future Kinosuke Takeshita Okada down the line. I wouldn't mind that. Collision needs to leave Saturday. That's why it gets less viewers. Well, I don't know.
I mean, you can argue that, but at the same time, where do you put it at? You know,
Dynamite being on Wednesday is the issue because you're saying Collision on Thursday, so you're going to do 2 back-to-back shows. That's kind of weird. I don't know.
Yeah, I mean it's tough, but
it sounds good until you got to actually do it.
Right.
People are, and Friday and Saturdays are tough days for TV, but
yes,
they do well on TV on those days. Like I said, most people don't think about this. Most people would love to have AEW's ratings. I saw people complaining when they were number 1 on Wednesdays, and I was like, dude, I'm not going to lie. I said, what the hell are you talking about?
Right.
What are you talking about? They were number 1. Yeah, but that's not good because shut up. You go tell Cooking Channel that's on right now or whatever. You go channel surfing during Dynamite. You tell me what's on channel 50 doesn't want to be number 1. Right. Shut up.
Right.
Like that. People are just saying stuff to be stupid with some of this. And I'm annoyed by it. Derek saw my messages today. Shut up. You don't know what you're probably talking about. I'm pretty certain of it. And you're just hating the hate.
Mm-hmm.
Back to these matches. Chicago Street Fight. Willow Nightingale is picked out for her and Chris Statlander for the CMLL Women's Championship. I believe CMLL said they won't sanction this. What do you do here, Derek? Who do you got winning this? I took Willow to retain is my pick.
Oh God. Yeah, I think I gotta go with Willow.
She picked the match. It's her setup. I think it's just the right move. Willow Nightingale should win.
Yeah, it's I'm speechless with it because that needs to just be what it is. Willow needs to just retain.
Yeah, like I said, I don't know if this feud's over after the street fight, but
no.
It should be a good one. This is what I'm talking about, though. They weren't at all in on the main card. Now this is your chance to shine.
Right.
Let's see what you guys do.
And give it your all. You know what? Like you want to be featured, more often, give it your all. That's all I ask.
Right. I'm going back to the chat. What up, E? Elite
Yo.
Easy in the house. Clown said when Saturday rolls around looking for GCW, not Collision. I think both companies lose viewers during college football NFL season. Absolutely. I mean, people go crazy for the NFL. Sometimes I don't understand how the bad games get great views. I don't get it. Like if Thursday Night Football's on, it's usually a doo-doo butter game. I'm not gonna lie. Hub said not sure if they have a choice. If so, there's nothing they could do. Actually, Tony Khan wanted Tuesdays for Dynamite, but they gave him Wednesdays. But having a special Collision versus SmackDown is not gonna work out. They don't have a choice in that matter. I can tell you that now. That's just how the cookie crumbles, and they're going to stack against each other is what they're going to do. Just like NXT. NXT is going on the road, the first 2 CWs. I mean, listen, if y'all want to believe that's planned, that sounds nice, but that's not. They're doing that on purpose. And CM Punk's on the first one, Randy Orton. Right. They load the shows up so that people will watch so that they do better in the ratings. It's just, it's the game. If I was WWE, I would do the exact same thing.
Yes.
Do the exact same thing. People are complaining about AEW numbers like all in 50K or 46K is nothing. Yeah, you don't see many companies that are able to do it. So, Matt Lopez says the fact that this isn't for the CML title, I think Statlander wins. Wait a minute. So this isn't for? I thought this was for the title. Am I wrong?
Oh shoot!
Someone let me know, because if that's not the case, then
you go with Statlander.
Yeah. But I thought that they said this was for the championship, because remember she won that what was it called? It wasn't a number one contenders match with someone else, right? No, she beat Willow. Oh
God, what was it?
Eliminator match.
Yes.
So she beat her in that. So I thought this was for the title, but someone tell me if I'm wrong. It is not for the title, Matt says. So all right, I'm switching that then. Give me Statlander.
Right, yeah. Go with Statlander on this.
Mark that down, Hubs. I'm switching to Statlander on that one.
Yes.
MJF, Daniel Garcia for All Out. What do you do here, Derek? MJF, top star. He just lost, though. Do you do back-to-back losses for him? Do you have Garcia? But I feel like you got to give Garcia something here, too.
Yeah. This one's tough, bro, because MJF definitely lost already. But you can't have Danny Garcia. Oh God, this is tough. I would say Danny has to win.
I think I went with MJF wins, but I think that you're gonna have to do something to put Garcia over, if that makes sense. He's got to be put over without winning. Yeah. The Stone Cold Bret Hart.
Yeah.
Stone Cold bleeds out during the match. The blood's coming down his face. Bret won the match, but Austin was more over afterwards.
Right.
So MJF's going to have to work his magic, but give Daniel Garcia the big spot, I say. Let me see. Daniel Garcia wins because this isn't a one-and-done feud. Could be. Maybe you're right here, Derek.
Yeah. That could be it, but
everyone's saying Garcia should win. Listen, MJF's one of your top people. Top. He ain't gonna want to lose too many matches.
No.
I'm not gonna lie. I want to get this one over with. Bryan Danielson, Jack Perry, Derek. Danielson clearly has to win this, in my opinion.
I
wanna rock and roll all night. Something every day. Yo, I'm not gonna front to you guys. If you told me to sing a Kiss song, I am done.
That's the only thing. That's the only line I know.
Same.
That's it. That is it.
My parents didn't listen to no Kiss.
Yeah.
But Danielson, Jack Perry.
I need Sir Brian to royally.
Come on, D.
Royally bury this man.
You can't bury him. He's in this spot for a reason. They have
him buried.
They have faith in him.
I don't.
Detroit Rock City, Rob says. Brian is going to kick Jack Perry's freaking head in.
Yes.
Daniel Garcia loses and is written off, then he goes to NXT. That's a possibility, T-Ferg. That's the other thing. He hasn't signed that contract yet.
Oh, so he didn't sign a contract?
No. But he still has time, so they're like, let's use him. Maybe they're trying to show we can use you better.
Oh,
what do you? But he's got. Listen, dude, they're promising him the world in NXT. Like, yo, we're gonna bring you in. We're gonna show you how to do things this way, and you're in NXT. Danielson wins, right? We're just gonna exit that. Sorry, Jack Perry.
Yeah,
sorry, Jack.
You're done. You're done.
I'm going back to the Garcia thing though. Here's the thing, man. You got to think of Pillman's down there, right? Pillman Jr.
Yeah.
He's Lexus King. Now, look, I like Pillman Jr. You guys have heard me say it plenty of times. I like the MJF feud that they did a while back with him.
Right.
Here's the issue. Pillman Jr. is down there. Anytime someone from AEW comes down, he's possibly going to get leapt over.
Yeah.
Sean Spears is down there now. Ethan Page is down there now. I'm not going to lie. I'm not really feeling Ethan Page's like what he's been doing.
Yeah.
My favorite thing have been Obafemi and honestly the women's championship scenes in NXT. So you just got to be careful because now if Garcia goes down there, what's Lexus King going to finally get into? You know what I mean? Like, well, what's there for him?
Yeah.
Just questions you have to ask yourself, in my opinion.
That one's going to be tough if he gets stuck down there.
Yeah. He said he's Lapsus King because he's getting lapped.
Yeah.
But I think he got lost in the shuffle in NXT.
He did.
Yeah. So some people are in the mix, but I don't watch NXT every week too. So you guys can like definitely be like, yo, see, gotta check this out. McKinney's usually the one who puts me on, but you got to make sure like, yeah, they're in a good spot, and this is why.
Right.
Let's get into Mercedes Moné, Hikaru Shida. I think this is going to be a banger match, and I think it'll end up being better than the All-In match that we got.
Oh yeah, absolutely. This is going. I think these two matched up are not perfect, but I think they will be able to complement each other very, very well.
Shida's your ace, though.
Shida is the ace.
The reason I say that is I think of Gambit from X-Men. Anytime you pull that ace out, when you need someone to fix something, oh man, this four-way's going bad and I need a new champion because there's an injury that just happened to someone.
Right.
Call Shida.
Yes.
She's just like Call Mox. These are the people that you trust in these spots. Call them up, do what you're going to do.
Right. I don't think I can disagree with that at all. Like that's
yeah. And I'm going to say this too. I'm tired of Mercedes Moné hate, honestly. Like, I'm really over it. I get like, oh, I'm not feeling the character. Oh, her promos aren't good. But there's some nasty ass things being said about her, like personal, disgusting, ridiculous things. And they were hating on her getting the bag too. Stop hating, bro.
God.
She's getting money.
Listen, to all of those who want to say what they want to say that are inappropriate and classless at times, I will say. Let's revert that back to you. How would you like it if someone said that about you?
Well, how would you feel, Derek, if you wanted? What if Jack Perry said you should get buried?
Well, I've got two words for him. So,
hi guys.
Yes.
Oh, inappropriate though. Yeah. Mercedes is going to make sure is better than the Brit match. Will this look like the DMD match, Derek, or the Momo match? I think it'll look like the Momo match more.
Yeah, this will be the Momo match. Like I'm sorry, Shida is a better wrestler than Brit.
Yeah. Well, I mean that was a given. When Britt beat her for the title, I mean.
Yeah.
It's. I feel Shida and Mercedes go for the AEW Women's Championship. They could eventually. I'm saying a title change. What? I can't see Shida losing back-to-back to Mercedes even for a short run. Nah, I just don't see it happening. Mercedes retains. Moné's got so much. She left the WWE Shield. She was never good. Like there were two annoying kind of stands. Yeah. I just, like I said, Sasha all of a sudden was no good, and people who used to like her don't like her now. It's just weird energy. Pac, Will Ospreay. It's going down. This is just gonna be a fantastic match. I took Will in this one, Derek.
Will Ospreay is taking this one, but I will have to say this is going to be amazing. This is going to be get up out your seat.
Honestly, there's not a bad match on this card. Yes, I'm even talking about this match because Bryan Danielson's in it and he works miracles. Not, I shouldn't say that about Jack Perry, but this is Jack Perry's like, you know how the Royal Rumble they used to give like Crash Holly the world title shot against like Brock. This is his moment here. Like, show what you can do. So Jack Perry, go out there and show out. That's what I say. And in this situation, Ospreay and Pac, they might have the best match of the night, like just single straight up one-on-one. But you got a street fight. You got Garcia and MJF, which has kind of got a little feud behind it.
Yes. Dude, this one is going to hit very, very hard. It's going to be super, super entertaining. And yeah, I can't wait. This one is like just like making a good old fashioned pot roast, just meat just falling off the bone. Like I think this match is going to be that match.
Yo, I'm not gonna lie, Derek. Yo, hold on, y'all. Derek was definitely doing the Booker T with his hands when he said that meat falling off the bone. Let me be Vic Joseph. Oh my! What? I hate when he yells red. Yo, weirdest commentary duo. So funny though. Malik Murray says, I feel like people are mad that she left WWE. My thing is you don't have to be the main person when there's other places you could be a star. Look at Swerve. Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, absolutely.
I respect Swerve because Swerve knows his value and his worth. This is what me and Sean talk about often. Like, you don't have to go back to a place just because they're offering you more money.
Right.
At least not even right away. Like, let them know, like, no, you're going to end up paying me when I come back because I know my value. And Tony Khan's taking good care of Swerve. Like, without that partnership with AEW and Swerve, like, look at where Swerve is now, man.
Yeah.
I felt that I called it more than most, that I said, yo, Swerve's going to be a star in this company. Like, I just knew it from the moment he came out. Ever since Lucha Underground, I was like, yo, no, this dude's going to do something. I just thought it would have been in WWE.
Right.
But, hey.
But I think this was the better outcome for him. Because I think in WWE, he's limited to what he wants to be or what he can be versus AEW, where I feel like he has free reign to be who he wants to be.
Right. And that's kind of the freedom it sounds like Ricochet wanted. Ricochet took all the blame for why he didn't get pushed in WWE. I respect it.
Yeah.
I won't fully blame him either, though. BJ says, sorry for missing out tonight. Didn't catch everything but the last minutes. I'll watch a comment. I look forward to your comments, BJ. Everyone who's in here, leave a comment after. Go in and put an emoji or something. Jack Perry, Eagles Hardcore Holly. I shouldn't say it that bad, but Biscotti, how dare you, BJ, coming and making sure he's got the title. Don't count this in your title changes. No one took it.
Right.
T Ferg said, how many Ospreay matches are match of the year contenders? Too daggone many. My EPW awards is already like filling up.
Yeah, it is way too many.
He's crushing it. Malik, I don't even know if I can say that on air, sir. Hangman Page, Swerve Strickland. It is now an unsanctioned lights out steel cage match. Anything goes. This is about to get wild. I took Hangman to win this, Derek. I don't know why, but that's where it is. That's where I'm at. Do you give the win to Swerve or Hangman hasn't won Jack Diddley squat, which I was in favor of in the beginning, but now I'm like, you got to give Hanger something here to keep this going.
Yeah.
But I do wonder, is Swerve getting that title shot at Wrestle Dream?
Dude, okay.
Because it's in his hood.
Yeah. Okay. So let me just say this. I think Swerve has to win only because of what happened tonight.
What are you referring to?
Fire.
I saw no arson committed. I don't know what you're talking about, sir.
I think like okay, so had this not happened,
Clown said Ospreay's getting his own category this year.
Oh, yeah,
yo, might as well at this point, right, Clown?
yeah. Had this incident not happened, I would have said Hangman needs to win this. But you set the man's childhood house on fire, bro. Like you have that unless if you played off Swerve is so distraught that Hangman has the advantage.
Or is the end of the story Hangman finally beating Swerve? Not now even. It could be down the line. Like, nah, we're saving it. Hangman's got to beat Swerve for this to end. Hangman may come back and just keep messing with him again.
Yeah, he could. But I do think Hangman does have to win to end this feud. But then again, I also feel like Swerve needs to just end it and Hangman just bites the bullet like, all right, you were the better man.
Yeah.
Because honestly, I really feel like neither one of them should lose this feud. You know what I mean?
I just don't know where Hangman goes after. It's like, to me, Swerve's path is set. He's a main eventer. Keep him coasting. But Hangman's trying to get back into that mix. And I don't know. I don't know what it's going to have to take. Swerve just bought that house. Insurance fraud? That's what they're going to be wondering. Crazy story, guys. Crazy story. Who's that man with the mustache in front of your lawn? The winner of the cage match will become chill. I hope they paint the canvas red to a point of exhaustion. That's sick, Rob. Sick.
It might happen.
Swerve for the win to end this awesome feud. That would be. I'm cool with that too if they did that.
I'm cool with it, but at the same time, though, bro, like, what do you do with Hangman after that?
And T Ferg has a question for us here to end this. Here's what I'll say. I know that we didn't talk on the Kevin Kelly lawsuit and stuff. I'm not going to get into that because I think that there's some arguments to be made there.
Yes.
And not on their side, on both sides. Like there's a lot to those stories, and there's probably stuff we don't know. So I don't want to comment on any of that. T Ferg is asking about Bobby Lashley though. Does Bobby Lashley sign with AEW? They did trademark the name Hurt Syndicate.
Oh, did they?
They did. I would not mind Lashley showing up.
I wouldn't mind it either. You know what? This is so. How
I see Lashley and Will Ospreay, and I see Will Ospreay going flying. That's Big Bob.
How old is Bob?
49, 50?
Yeah.
He's in great shape, though.
He is in great shape. He is definitely in great shape. I'm going to say yes. I think he does. Oh, son of a pup.
And Jesus, look at Jesus coming through. I was going to try and keep this on the low, but he said, don't forget Hobbs. News came out Hobbs was at Dynamite tonight behind the scenes. Ooh, Ace is saying, here comes the money. I don't know if Shane shows up, man.
Yeah.
Lashley is 48. I'm sorry. I thought he was 49.
Okay. Yeah, I'm going to say Bob signs.
I think you get Bob, MVP, and Shelton. That's a trio right there. And then who you add to the group? Jesus' guy that he just mentioned, Hobbs. Hobbs will take the spot that Cedric Alexander was on. He ain't available. Hobbs fits with that group better. Don Callis gonna have to rebuild his family. I said it. That's good stuff, right?
Dude, if you do that.
That's a trios. That's a tag team. Money.
Individual titles, too.
Yep. And then the end game should be Hobbs beats Lashley, takes his spot. MVP can go with Hobbs.
Yes.
There you go.
Yeah.
Roberto. Also, Page versus Okada was teased. I guess he wants to feud with him. He could do that. Hangman wins because you can't have him lose 0-3, in my opinion. I think he'll be fine though, too. It'll be fine either way. All I want is a good card. Tonight's Dynamite, Derek. I'm going to give this we'll give it a 1 thumbs up. I won't give it the double, But it was solid. Go Home Collision shows happening on Friday. Make sure you guys are tuned in. And Saturday, All Out. We're going to be reviewing it here on the channel. So make sure you guys stay tuned in. It was actually going to be me and Rob, and Derek was going to get the night off for once, but sounds like plans have been derailed. I only said that because the train's there. But plans have been derailed. So, guys, do me a favor. Drop me a comment down below. Leave me something, an emoji. You don't even have to say anything. I'm going to pin one of the comments. Whoever gives me the best comment down below, I got you. With that being said, make sure you are back here on Saturday after the pay-per-view, hanging with me and Derek, and you guys will be able to talk a little AEW All Out with us. Let's freaking go. We appreciate all of you. Peace, love, and we are out. One.